Alright, today we are in Osaka, Japan. I've been here for a few days and I have already been on several adventures with a couple of friends. My good buddy Kazuki, which you've seen in a couple of other videos, and my good friend Larry, who both live out here. So both of them have taken me around and shown me the sights and sounds of this beautiful city. Like I said in a previous video, if you're coming to Japan, man, you got to come to Osaka. Osaka is a completely different vibe than Tokyo. It's a lot more laid back. It's not as big and hectic as Tokyo, but man, the sights and sounds to see are phenomenal. So, but this is the Koffers. We're here to talk about, well, toys and other cool Godzilla items that I have picked up here on my adventures. Now, the other day with Larry, who was taking me around, we went to, I believe it's called Dan Town, which is kind of Osaka's version of Akihabara. And now I have made a vow not to really buy much while I'm on this trip, because one, I'm out here for a month and I have 5 hotels that I have to transfer from, and dragging a lot of stuff isn't the easiest thing to do. So I kind of told myself, if you're gonna buy something small. If you're gonna buy something big, wait till the end of the trip before you go home. Well, I kind of broke that promise, because today's episode we're looking at something I've always wanted. I found in the wild, and I got it for such a price that I could not say no. So what are we looking at? Wow. None other than this bad boy. So while visiting many of the amazing toy stores out here, Larry took me to a little place called Hero Gang, and you can't miss them because they have not only a Kamen Rider greeting you on the outside, but Kaneda adorns their main display up on the side of the building. So here's the thing with Hero Gang. It is a cool vintage toy store. They have a lot of Japanese stuff. It is 2 stories tall, and there is an insane amount of stuff in there. Now, they do not allow photography on the inside, so the only thing I can really show you was the outside and a few things that I shot before I went in, and was told no cameras. So, but to describe this place, bonkers, absolutely bonkers. So first floor is a lot of newer stuff, a lot of Gundams, a lot of super robots, some more classic things. But upstairs is a cavalcade of treasures. It's a lot of more kaiju related things. There's hot toys, there are transformers, there's everything under the sun. And mercy, there is a giant old school, like 5-foot poppy Godzilla in this display case. I wish I could have gotten a picture for you guys. So while I was looking through this beautiful store, which is a little tight for larger dudes like myself, I saw this bad boy just sitting on a shelf by himself, and I have always wanted one of these giant piggy banks. This is one of my grail items. I have been eyeing one of these for years, but the problem is that they ain't cheap by American standards. I think on average they're about 150 to 200 bucks. And well, this version, which is the Burning Godzilla version, I have actually never seen. And when I came across him, I was bewildered, because this is the Yutaka Godzilla piggy bank. As you can see, he's actually sealed shut. I haven't been able to get him open yet. And please ignore all the junk in the background. I'm in my teeny tiny hotel room here in Osaka, so I don't have a lot of room to do this stuff, but I wanted to do this video while I'm still out here. Cheers. So this guy just sat calling my name like a siren song. The price on him said, take me. He was 9,000 yen, which I think comes out to about $64 American. And because it's the burning variant, I could not say no. I did a little checking online before I bought him, and it turns out the cheapest he's going for on eBay is $300. So there are those times when I tell people, hey, if you really don't need it, don't get it. Or if you can get it somewhere else, get it there. You don't need to get it at the spot, but every once in a while you'll come across something that you're so sure that you need. Grab it then. And especially with the exchange rate right now, this was so worth the price. I am over the moon of having this guy in my collection now. The only problem is, though, I have no idea how I'm getting him back to America. I might actually have to figure out a creative way of getting him home, because this thing is absolutely enormous. Actually, let me, if you can see, look at him. This is my hand. This is my whole hand from the force perspective. So he stands about 10 inches tall as it is right now. He is solid plastic with the piggy bank section in there, so you can put, I can get the camera up here. So that is where your yen goes into, or your money. And I can only imagine how much you would save up trying to fill this cavity of this guy, and how much he's actually going to weigh. Like, he's not light as it is. Like, he weighs about a good 8-9 pounds. But this guy was from the early 90s. The Yutaka stuff was some of the very first Godzilla items I ever owned. My father got me a set of the smaller figures for Christmas one year, and so I've always had a special place in my heart for the Yutaka stuff. And I've always liked the old school chibi Godzilla. I'm not saying anything bad about the new chibi Godzilla, but this guy, he's from my childhood. He was in all the magazines that my dad got me as a kid, so he holds a special place in my heart. So with this being the Burning Godzilla version, he's clearly from 95, but my goodness, look at him. This is what we call a mantelpiece. Now, he's one solid figure because it's a piggy bank, but this is one of those rare deep cut items that I just cannot say no to, especially in this day and age where I'm not collecting as many figures anymore, just due to shelf space and a lot of other stuff. But this man, this is going to remind me of this trip more than anything else. Well, with all the other wonderful memories, but look at him. Beautiful, isn't he? He's absolutely gorgeous. So, wanted to share this with you guys. He is a piggy bank. He doesn't really do much, but he's big, he's old, he is somewhat rare, and I got him at a steal. So, if you come to Japan, I know everyone says go to Akihabara, which I'm telling you, yeah, go to Akihabara. There's a lot of cool stuff to be found, but if you really want to find some deep cut stuff, come down here to Osaka, because they have their own Akihabara down here, and there are wondrous treasures to be found, like this guy. Believe me, I've seen so much other stuff out here too that it's a little daunting. I've been very tempted to pick up more things. I did buy a couple more little things, and I'll have videos for those, but this so far has been my grail of the entire trip, and it's probably going to keep me from really buying anything else, just to be good, not overspend that budget. But beautiful, isn't he? Absolutely gorgeous. So there you guys go. Well, there you have it. That's another Koffers, guys. So we are still out here in Japan. So we're out here for 2 more weeks. So if you want to keep up with all of our adventures, just know we are on social media. You can find us on X, Instagram, Facebook. It's right there in the graphic. We also have a show. It's called the Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. If you don't like to download, you can always find us on all of your favorite streaming sites, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. And if you want to see more of our adventures out here, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I have shot so much video, and it's going to take me quite a while, especially once I get home, to really get a lot of this stuff up. But you'll miss out on stuff like this. So with that will do it for this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.